Hi friends! In our last video, we learned to solve equations with rational numbers when those numbers were decimals. We had a 0.3 coefficient. And today, we're going to learn how to deal with rational numbers that are fractions. Our coefficient will be 1/3. Before we jump in, I just want to remind you, if you have any coefficient, like 3x equals 12 in this equation, then you just divide by that coefficient on both sides to solve for x, right? You know that. So let's do that over here. We have a fraction, but it's the same rules. So let's rewrite our equation to start working with it over here. 1/3 x equals 6. Now I see that x is being multiplied by some number. Right now that number is 1/3. So what I need to do is divide it by that same number, just like we did over here. So I need to say divide by 1/3. And now I have a fraction, a big fraction with a fraction on top and a fraction on bottom, but that's okay, you're allowed to do that. Now, if I do something to one side, I have to do it to the other. And so, divide by 1/3. Now, this is a hard way of looking at it for me. It's hard for me to get my mind around it, so we're going to rewrite these in a couple different ways. One thing first I'm going to do is notice that 1/3 divided by 1/3, well, any number divided by the same number equals 1. And so this goes away. My x comes down, my equal sign comes down, and now I'm left with this thing over here. What I'm going to do with this thing over here is I'm going to rewrite it. I've got 6 divided by 1/3. Now, what I'm going to realize is that any whole number, in this case the number 6, is actually a fraction. It's 6 over 1. So let's rewrite it that way, 6 over 1, and now I know how to divide fractions. I just rewrite this as a multiplication problem. 6 over 1 divided by 1/3 equals 6 over 1 times, I'm flipping the operator, and then I flip this. I give the reciprocal of this fraction right here, and so the 3 will come to the top, and the 1 will go to the bottom. And now you know that multiplying fractions, you multiply the top numbers, you maintain the fraction, and you multiply the bottom numbers. And I'm left with 18 over 1, which equals 18. Now, I should go back and check. Is 1/3 of 18 6? Well, let's think about it. Let's count by 6's together. 6, 12, 18. It is. 6 is 1/3 of 18. So, we verified our answer is correct. I box my answer always, although I'm not quite done with my answer, am I? Let's always be careful. Recognize, make a mistake, and learn from it. So we go x equals 18, and then I box my answer. I'm ready. Have a great day, everybody.